This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream here on, Dolynny TV as we get going for this evening's game between the St. Louis Blues and the Edmonton Oilers, a 6:30 p.m. start. Let me tell you, against the defending Stanley Cup Champions, I believe the Oilers show up tonight. What we need to know, what I need to get you to know right now, the standings, because a couple of you guys have mentioned it in the site of things. Orange, what are you chewing on now? As the Edmonton Oilers lead the Pacific Division, 22 points. Vancouver's a point behind at 21 with a game in hand. Arizona's got 20 points. So does Vegas and Calgary. And then you've got Anaheim with 19. Then it drops off to San Jose. And, of course, the other team there that we really don't want to talk too much about, which is the Los Angeles Kings. Orange, what are you playing with? Seriously. Hold on, guys. I got to deal with this. Hold on. Cat's sitting there chewing on plastic, I tell ya. Okay, let's get this going. Kitty man, already and early. Yeah, I know. Gonna be a good stream if that's the way she starts, let me tell you. So, let's get ourselves into it, guys, as we got to go out there and review the lines. Right now, we're waiting for Sam Cosentino's draft rankings to go up. I don't care. We're not drafting first overall, second overall, third overall, fourth overall, fifth overall, top 10, top 15 this year. We're going in the 20s. That is my hopeful, bold prediction. However, let's get to this because this is more pressing matter for Oilers fans than the draft lottery that comes up in, April? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Draisaitl, McDavid, Gagner, Neal, Nugent-Hopkins, Kassian on that second line. And then there we go. We start talking about this Oilers team coming together. Let me get the rest of the lines. Gagner on the top line. Yes, indeed. Wilner, welcome in with Allen. This should be, I'm hoping with Allen in net for the Blues, this should be a win. But every single time we say this should be a win, we know what happens with this Oilers team. And again, Tim Stützle is projected, I think, to go pretty high in this draft. So we aren't going to go grab him unless we can find a trade with Jesse Puljujarvi at that point. And now, headhunters, you see that Pearson's in there. That's the question I have to ask because thing is, the Edmonton Oilers tweeted the projected lineup at about 55 minutes ago, and Pearson is listed. This is from the Edmonton Oilers. It may have been read somewhere. I read that somewhere today too, but I do not believe that is accurate. That is true. That is real because it is listed 55 minutes ago on the sheet that I now have on the stream that Pearson is in the lineup tonight. The Oilers didn't mention anything about Manning in their tweet. The Oilers didn't mention anything about anybody other than Smith in net, Yurko back in, and Gagner at the top line. So that's the math it is this evening for us. So Sam Cosentino getting things going, and now we've got the panel getting things going. Oilers are blowing out the Blues tonight. Well, KS, we hope so. If the Blues come close in this game, we'll be doomed. Now, the thing is, we're 6-0-2 in games that are one-goal games. That's your stat coming in. Out of our 10 4-2 records so far, we're 6-0-2 in one-goal games, which, ladies and gentlemen, last year you couldn't say that. Last year we were a disaster, if I remember correctly. So to sit here and say we're 6-0-2 in 8 one-goal games so far after, 16 games, that's a pretty good indicator that this team is good at winning when it's close, and that's huge for us. Now, of course, that counts some overtime games and such, but it is what it is. And no, yes, Mr. Sam Gagner is on the top line this evening. That's why I've got the lines up, and that's why I'm live so early, is the fact that I want to talk about this lineup and get you knowing who's out there with who. Yurko, Haas, and Chiesa on that third line. Now, remember, Haas got a goal last time out. It was originally credited to Mr. Zach Kassian, but now, all of a sudden, post-game, Gaetan Haas was credited with his first career NHL goal. Kara, Cave, and Russell on that fourth line, guys, that's fine. I love that fourth line. You know what? If Sheehan's not going to be in there, that's the line you got to roll. And Sam, we've also been able to come back in the third. Oh, 100%. That's been a huge reason as well. But you got to believe that this Oilers team definitely doing their job right. And, well, that's the key, right? You got to win close games. And it don't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. And comebacks in the third, it is good to go. And best third line team in the league. Well, best third line team. What do you mean third line team? Not sure what you mean there, Headhunters. Third period team. Okay, that makes more sense. And NHL. What's going on? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I'm ready to stream tonight, to be honest with you. I haven't got my steak sandwich into me that I have coming to me here from the restaurant in town, but we'll get there eventually. Hopefully, probably in the second period or something, I'll get that handed over to me. And I think the Oilers win this one 4-1. Well, guys, we can hope, Lynn, that'd be all right. Right now, big key, guys. We need to shoot the puck early, often, and get goals for it, right? D getting the puck on net, creating havoc in the goalie's feet. That's how we score, right? Obviously, Gaetan Haas doesn't score that goal if the D doesn't get a shot on net and there's a man in front. Matt Benning, obviously the guy there, so good on him. Goalies haven't gotten rattled with a goal against, with the exception of Smith's injury thing. Yeah, that's a kind of question you can ask a million ways to Sunday. But there was a lot more than Smith being injured or rattled to those 3 goals against Florida, in my opinion, if you kind of break down how they happened and how quickly they happened. The Oilers were a little shell-shocked, I guess you could say, as a team. And Toronto Maple Leafs versus Vegas tomorrow, well, I think the Canucks play tomorrow. That's more pressing for us as Oilers fans. Is, you know what, the longer we can stay on top of the division, the better off we are. And that's why it's key that every game here, we have to just outdo the Canucks. If the Canucks lose in overtime, we got to get 2 points. And that's what the Canucks did against the St. Louis Blues, as they lost by an overtime decision to the Blues. I think it was a 3-0, if I'm not mistaken, in overtime is what Gene Principe mentioned in his interview. So the key there is the simple reason. St. Louis is a Western Conference team. If we're fighting for a wild card position at the end of the year, we gotta have these 2 points. Every 2 points against somebody that might be fighting for a wild card spot, we gotta get it done. I tell you, I gotta get it done. So Hughes or Kako, too early to tell. I honestly don't think I've really liked much out of either of them so far this season, especially when we saw Hughes at the beginning of the season against the Oilers in New Jersey. We'll get another crack on Friday, though. And Mighty Ducks reboot reportedly in the works, set to be filmed in Vancouver. The more you know, ladies and gentlemen. The more you know. So let me just see if the Cold Lake Ice were able to get their live stream up, or video up, and then we'll be really good. We'll be good, and we'll be rolling. And what do we got? Nothing so far. So nothing so far. And there it is. Nothing there. Okay. We're good. We're rolling. We're rocking. Perfect. Hughes may be slowly picking it up, sure, but here's what it is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. Talking about the St. Louis Blues from the start of the year. Just waiting on the media guy to put it up. Oh, well. Come on. I gave you the link. You want a description there, my man? I got a description for you. Hold on. I got a description for you. I got one for you. Alright, guys. Give me a second. Oh. There we go. I got you. Pete's putting it up. Sorry, I'm mistaking my role here, guys. Mistaking my role on the back end of things. So there we go. They're talking about the St. Louis Blues. What we need to know is all about, of course, the projected lineup versus the St. Louis Blues. Nurse, Bear, Clefbaum, Persson, Chris Russell, and then you've got Matt Benning as well. That's it. That's all you need to know for this Oilers team. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for them to quit playing St. Louis Blues highlights and talking about the St. Louis Blues Cup win and such as that, and then we'll be good. Here's a bit of a China doll the date. Well, hopefully he keeps pulling away the layers and coming out better for it, but we'll find out. There's O'Reilly there and James Neal clapping the... Oh, man, that shot against New York... the Islanders was a beauty by James Neal. There was, without a doubt, that was probably James Neal's best shot of the year. So here come the Oilers, here come the Blues. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this going. It's Wednesday night hockey on Sportsnet this evening. Orangey, please don't. Please don't. Ouch. Ah! Cat claws in the fingers, man. All right. It's Wednesday night hockey, as mentioned, and we'll be rocking, we'll be good. Chiasson might be 2. Is McDavid the second line? No. No, Chiasson is on the third line. McDavid line is number 1, obviously, with Gagne. And then you've got Neal, Nugent-Hopkins, and Kassian as your second line tonight. Dolly's getting... Oh, man. Guys, that's... I am frustrated beyond belief with my animals tonight. Dog went outside and tried to attack somebody in the back alley, so it's been a great week with the animals so far, especially now that the snow's out there and you leave him out for 5 seconds and he thinks he's dying. I got a cut up palm from a cat claw earlier this week. It's a disaster. Enough about me. We need to figure out what this Oilers team's going to do tonight. And Colton Parayko. All right. All right. Why are we still talking to the panel? Ladies and gentlemen, why are we still talking to the panel? I'd prefer a Gene Principe intro here. That would be a little bit better than getting to talking to the panel. But guys, let's go get this going. We're going to have a good night. And we'll be rock and rolling into what should be a good win for our Oilers if we get it going. And how many Oilers games do I usually go to in a year? 2. I usually go to one early in the year and then one later in the year. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to go to one this year because I've been working hard and haven't been able to book a holiday yet. And I got to get up to Edmonton for a game this season. And Lila Anderson, yeah, you know what, guys, that's if you get a chance, Google that and we'll just take a look at how the story evolved over time, leading all the way to the Stanley Cup ring presentation. You wanna warm your heart? That's what you'll do right there by Googling that. And Edmonton versus St. Louis, UV, welcome in. It's going to be a good game, I believe. Let's come on now. Let's get this going. Get the panel loaded here. Again, now they're showing pictures. Why they don't show video, I don't get it. But now it's time to get the champs versus, hopefully, the future champs in the Edmonton Oilers at some point. Leon Draisaitl celebrating a goal. Miro Heiskanen on the ice. And we're going to go to commercial quickly. So that's going to mean I'm going to play you guys an ad very quick, and then we'll get this Wednesday night hockey thing underway. Conference final matchup, Oilers versus Blues. I highly doubt it at this point. Again, I'm expecting the Oilers to make the first round of the playoffs as a wild card team. Then it's all kind of whatever from there, I guess. And ooh, no, that is a no. That is a no. So here we go. Boston in the West. I mean, St. Louis is the top of the crop in the Western Conference's Central Division, 10-3-3. We're 10-4-2, so it is what it is. Nicholas, welcome in. And, okay. They should try, again, UV, who do we have playing at center? Then it doesn't work. It does not work at all. And Fod, yes, it works because both are in the Western Conference. And what is slow mode? So slow mode, guys, we've been dealing with spam too much in the chat, and I mean, your goals and stuff really is good, but just when it happens, I can't follow it. It's distracting. I stop watching the goal to see what's happening in the chat, and it's essentially a thing to quit the spam in the chat, as well as be able to let me focus a little bit more. So it's a little bit to try and shut things down in the chat that have been getting progressively worse, but at the same rate, it's also to try and improve the live stream quite a bit. Let's get going. Might be going to the game versus the Ducks on Sunday in Ducks territory. There you go, NHL. That wouldn't be too bad. Going down to Disneyland by the sounds of it. Yeah, that's kind of my goal, is to try and get things going in the chat to kind of cure the problems we've been having. Because last game I had to take a move that I really feel bad for. Of course, you guys know Ace. I ended up timing him out, and Ace been probably one of the longest supporting people in the chat, and that was, again, I warned, and then something happened, and I don't want to get to the point that I have to start sitting here and putting people out of the chat and getting to it, because I hate that. I absolutely hate that. There's no reason for it, guys. We're all, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the internet, you should be mature enough to handle yourself in a discussion with other people. And that's not why I timed out Ace. I warned everybody, enough of arguing, enough of everything. And of course, Ace was the next one to put up a comment, and it just happened that way. That's unfortunate, and I do feel bad for it. But guys, if I have to stand here and draw a line in the sand, I will defend it. And that's why slow mode's on today. I don't want to have to deal with that again. And I hope that you guys can respect that and be respectful to each other. And if somebody has an opinion that you don't agree with, there's no reason for name calling, attacking, or anything like that. Just respectfully disagree. Leave it at that, because it's distracting for me to have to manage that when I'm trying to watch the hockey game and give you guys a live analysis of what's going on. It's a hard task to try and manage it, so I just want it to go smooth. Slow chat's on. If we have problems again tonight, I will take the next step of disabling the live chat. And if then the live viewers drop out, live streams go away, and it's unfortunate because you guys just couldn't handle it. And that's what I want. Is it's my show, and I want this to go smooth. But if we can't handle it, we can't handle it. Exactly. Magic again. I'll have to hide that, but again. And well, guys, hopefully we'll get a good start tonight. And now we'll go for the anthems. The slow mode doesn't work that well. It says 1 per 60, but you can do more. Yes, Nicholas, I have it timed to 1 per 10 seconds. Because yes, it is important. Like, obviously, if there's a goal, I want to know who scored the goal. But I don't want it to be 50 chats in 3 seconds yelling goal and something else at the same time, right? So that's why it's up to 10 seconds, and hopefully we can get it going. As yesterday there's some stuff that I can't have in my chat. Again, I can't be distracted by that. I'm trying to give you a live analysis. It is what it is. And that's a little bit why I'm agitated by this tonight, is I am a little bit apprehensive, and it's tough. And Shaden, truthfully, 6th place Ducks, well, when there's a tie for 3rd, it is what it is. No, I don't kick out. I don't kick. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. I just can't stand the bashing of each other's opinions and yelling. You know what? If somebody has an opinion, I'll sit here and argue. That's my job. That's why you come to the chat, is to talk to me. Now, if you're sitting here arguing amongst yourselves and having to resolve to name calling to solve your problems, there's going to be some stiff penalties, and that's why we are where we are right now. The chat, that's the automatic setting, but I am able to change that, and that's why it's down to 10 seconds. But game-wise, nothing. Yeah, game-wise, nothing. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this going. Pacific Division is stupid close right now. We have to get the problems solved. And, my man, welcome in. Be an adult, exactly. Be an adult, be respectful, don't be an idiot. I'm asking for a little bit of maturity, and I'm asking that we all understand that human beings to human beings, guys, trust me, I'm the first one to understand that not everyone's going to agree with everyone's opinion. We've all got an opinion, and I'm not saying mine's right, yours right, or is anyone's right. Thing is, this is my platform to put out my opinion. If you guys disagree, tell me, 100%. But if you're going to bash each other, that's not what it is. We're all here for the same reason. We're all supporting the same thing. We might not see it the same, but I want the discussion to be civil. Because, guys, if we're attacking each other, we look like clowns. We do. Literally, we look like clowns to the rest of the NHL, and that's a terrible message to send. So here we go, guys. Dolynny for haircut. Yeah, that's the big key here, guys. I shaved down to the goatee, and then I'm like, ooh, man, hold on. I got to get a haircut because I look terrible with this goatee and no haircut. So that's the key. And yeah, I kind of have the Gaetan Haas look going on. If you saw his post-game interview after scoring his goal, that's what's going on. And Jeremy, welcome in. Chad, welcome in. 4-2 for the Oilers. Guys, I'm starting to see a lot of chats for 4-2, the score. So, guys, or 4-something. Yeah, hopefully we get it going. Yeah, you guys, I'm not saying I shaved and oh man, all of a sudden I looked like Gaetan Haas. I was going for the Gaetan Haas look. That's what I was going for with the goatee. Now Gaetan, there he has a little bit of a patch missing here. I've somehow corrected that over the past few years, but we're good to go. And 3-1 St. Louis Blues. Well, we will see tonight, as I'm sure the Oilers will get things going early, because honestly, you can't fall behind early against St. Louis Blues. That's just not going to work. November Haas, yes. And Allen is in. Yes, it is. Allen is in net. Is a good sight. That's why I feel good about this game. Now, obviously, we've said that before about games, and Oilers have been robbed. But, you know what? I'm going to feel good about it, and I'm going to move on, because it should be all right. So here we go. We should trade for Maroon. Yeah. No. Thing is, we need to get Nygaard back before we make a move. Even that Kreider move I talked about is you can't make it until everybody's back in the lineup, when we can actually roll a full lineup for the first time since opening night. We have not actually, realistically, we didn't even roll an opening lineup opening night. And Nick, welcome in. Thank you for your kind comments, sir. As we'll get this going. Nygaard is back skating, fully participating, and we should be getting going right away with him. So the Oilers on the ice, getting it going. 40 seconds left in the first minute of the game. And up the ice, this third line, is it? Or is it the fourth line? It's the fourth line out there. And I'm just waiting for the lineups. I'm trying not to pay too much attention to St. Louis's lines. And the Oilers lines, Draisaitl, McDavid, Gagner, official. Neal, Nugent, Hopkins, Kassian, official. Yurko, Haas, Chiasson, official. And then Kara Cave, Patrick Russell, official. Nurse Bear. And what you need to know is that it's Clefbaum, Russell, and Manning Benning. So you guys were correct. Manning Benning is your duo for tonight's game. Now, obviously, they've had some good games. Comparatively, for what they are caliber of players, they've had some good games. And I'm not denying that. But again, it is Manning and Benning at the same rate. I say leave them alone. Yeah. No, Maroon's... I don't think Maroon was ever that great of a player, to be honest, guys. It's the simple fact that, remember, he was the guy playing on the top line when we finally figured out that Draisaitl McDavid is a thing that works. And hit the like button, helps get the people in here. Yeah, guys, if you can share the stream on your social media, wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do to get the link out there. That would be appreciated, guys. The more people we have in here, the more fun we have. As long as we keep it civil. Like I said, the key tonight. And Yurko is back in and wasn't happy when he was scratched. Well, Yurko literally went into the bottom six and disappeared. So it's a difficult thing. And Maroon was great. Maroon was great in that 16-17 year. Problem is, how much of that greatness is really just because Draisaitl McDavid was pure magic, and we finally discovered that. As here we go. Power play coming up. Well, it's look like Manning with Bear right now. And get this up going, and there we go. Kassian, oh my goodness. Look at those legs on Kassian. That's a beautiful play right there by Kassian to shield off his man. And there we go, guys. This is what I'm talking about, right? Drive to the net, shoot the puck early and often, and honestly, a guy's not in the top six doing that, or in the top line doing that, is huge for us. I guess it's the bottom nine. That's how we have to look at this team, with obviously Nugent's struggles and stuff right now. Worldwide, thank you very much. I feel very sharp after getting that cut. But this is exactly what you want to see out of Kassian, right? Kassian's a big body. You want to see that out of Kara. You want to see that out of Chiasson. You want to see that out of everybody. Because if they can do that, we're good to go. Now, obviously, I complained about the power play the other night. Well, last night. And now I want to see if the Oilers get it going. McToads, you're going 5-2 Oil. Well, we need to get a goal here on the power play first. McDavid's trying to cycle it around. I'm wondering if they're going to go get things going and change it. So you're saying goal McDavid. Okay, that's interesting. Now McDavid. Okay, guys. The one thing we have to look at here is where McDavid's setting up on this power play. He is literally at the high point playing the point right now. How far behind am I, guys? I feel like I'm a million miles behind. Oh, yeah. There we go. I was a million miles behind. Oh, pardon me. I always forget to refresh after the U.S. anthem. And there you go. Right there. Bang. Scores. There you go. That's good. That's what we want to see. Guys, we've been complaining so much this season that Connor McDavid's right by the net and he doesn't drive it all the way and shoot. And that's, Kassian did that to draw the penalty. McDavid does that to score the goal. That's huge for us. That's absolutely massive. That's exactly what I'm saying, TT. That's to the point, is the simple fact that all the Oilers have to do is get it going. Draisaitl takes the middle, and look at that. That's what you want. McDavid shooting on the power play, and that's, again, what I didn't touch on the power play being broken is the fact that we're trying to set Draisaitl up too much, and military welcome in, as we're trying to set Draisaitl up too much and no one else is shooting as efficiently. Well, McDavid does it, drives to the net, our only shot of the power play, and we've got a goal. And guys, how much power play time realistically did we chew up with that one? Watch this. Leon Draisaitl, beautiful shield of the puck. That's the underrated part of Draisaitl's game. And then, guys, this is why you've got to have McDavid shoot the puck. He can sneak it through a goalie any which way, any way to Sunday to get a goal for us, and that's excellent. Get on a good shot. Well, hopefully we keep it up. White, welcome in. There we go, guys. I knew they weren't going to play Binnington tonight because it's a back-to-back, and you go from Vancouver to Edmonton, it's a little bit tougher than going from Calgary to Edmonton to play a back-to-back. Gaetan, there we go, guys. That's what we're talking about. Seriously, easy plays. Easy plays, funnel it to the net, and shoot the puck on goal. Because at worst, anytime you shoot the puck on goal, it's either going to be a rebound or a cover-up. I don't care if the rebound goes into the corner. I realistically don't care. But as long as the puck gets on net, you're creating something that wasn't there. And you don't always have to be cute to get shots. I was talking to the Calgary Flames fan at work. I always talk about him. Well, I was talking to him today, and he's like, God, you guys are being too cute. You got to just put it on net. I'm a former beer league goalie. You got to just get it done. And that's exactly what they did, and we were good to go. So Smith got an assist, guys. I really got to get my scoreboard up so as I can actually get things going. Do I have my scoreboard up? No, I don't, do I? No, I don't. No, I don't. Sorry, I've still got the lines up. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get that up for you. It's 1-0 for the Oilers. A little late, better than never, though. And right now, the St. Louis Blues getting it going. And here's the one thing. Through 4 minutes of this first period, we've gotten it going. Mr. Orange, yeah, he's pretty cute. He's pretty bang on what an orange cat should look like, eh? You're pretty bang on, Mr. Orange. That's 16:07 to go. We've only got 3 shots. See, what I'd like the Oilers to do is 3 shots in 4 minutes is good. And technically 15 shots, 45 shots a game is great. But in the first period, I would like to see easily 15 shots to 20 shots a period. And here we go. Bang, across, and Darnell Nurse. Gonna go. Oh yeah, that's rough. That was a nice pass by Darnell. Hold on. That's not what you're talking about. McDavid close. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Darnell Nurse back and down into the corner. Yeah, not much Bear can do with that pass. But again, the Oilers, I guess what we have to get out of our right-handed D, and this is the thing. I don't care what you think. Is McDavid's going to go for a rush here. There you go. McDavid just can't get things going. He shoves the goalie into the net, but that's not going to result in anything because it's just a finish of the play. When you've got a guy coming down at you 30 kilometers an hour, you got to expect that that's going to happen. But here's the thing. It's with our right shot D is when they're receiving the puck along the boards or an open ice, open faced or closed faced, they don't seem to be strong enough on the puck. And I don't know if that's the pass coming in hurting them, or if that's just the we're not coaching them enough to make the strong wrist play, right? And we've seen it with Pearson last game. That's why he's probably out, is what I've heard. And then, of course, you've seen it with Benning several times flubbing on a puck because he just almost flicks up on it, right? Flicks up, doesn't get the puck in the air, but flicks up. And now you just saw it with Bear as well. And that's the trend been with all our right-hand defensemen. And, of course, Adam Larson does it at times, too. Now, not to say our left-hand shot defensemen don't do it, but obviously our right hand have been a lot more noticeable when they do it. And, of course, they've got a lot more eyes on them. It is what it is. There you go. That shot up and out of play off the stick of Falk, and it is what it is. Connor looks great tonight. He's got that look in his eyes. Guys, if you saw that picture of him on the bench against Arizona, he was having fun. And that's the thing. When Connor McDavid starts having fun, look out, the points start tallying up. Last 7 games, 3 goals, 8 points for Connor McDavid. That's good. Kev, welcome in. And you guys like the new haircut, guys? I'm loving it. You know what? I had my barber actually trim me right down to pretty much 2 up top instead of on the back, and then taper it up higher on the front. And that I had done in 2.5 years. So that's huge for me to get something new going. So there we go. Shot on net again. Like our defense, I love that they're always taking the clapper, but you know what? Our defense is not built to clap the puck on net. It just really isn't. You see, Matt Benning is a lot more effective with his shot when it's a wrist shot. Connor has the spark in his eyes, guys. Like I said, if Connor McDavid can have the spark in his eyes, we'll be dandy, we'll be gold. And sounds good, Kev. Appreciate that, guys. And if you're tuning in for the first time or for the second time or for the third time and you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, I'm not to say what are you waiting for, but I'm to say you guys don't want to keep missing out. Like if you want to catch more Oilers discussion in your subscription box every single day, you don't have to go looking for it. Hit that subscribe button. I mean, I've posted every day except for one in the last 28 days, so you know you're getting something going there at some point in your day. And we were getting a PK, that's all good. See guys, this is why I enabled slow chat, right? PK, 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 but it's not 5 guys spamming it 5 times. It's 1 guy spamming once, and that's fine. That's what we want. Benning might be the most underrated Oiler. No. See, Benning is rated exactly. Ooh. That's. I'm not going to say it's a bad stinky penalty or anything. What I'm going to say is it's a tough penalty to take. Watch this. Digging for a puck, and he flips up on it and takes out Pietrangelo. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to get going, and it's 1-1. Of course, that's guys. That's. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this one way and one way only. As Pietrangelo scored the goal, so hold on, just let me get this going as I gotta watch this goal, and then I'll make my point once the goal goes in. And bang, and Pietrangelo looking to set it up, and bang. There you go, guys. Now here's the thing. The confidence was gone as soon as you take that penalty. That's a penalty on an offensive zone face-off 200 feet away from your net. This is, to every coach's credit, the biggest cliche in hockey. You cannot take penalties 200 feet away from your net. I hear it lots in Junior B. You hear it in the NHL. You hear it at every level of hockey, because this, the Pietrangelo goal, is exactly what happens. I don't care whose fault on the penalty kill it is. Taking that penalty 200 feet away from your net when you've got the lead is going to kill you every single time, and that's exactly what it did for the Oilers right there. 1-1. Now, you know what? You get the top line out there. You get whatever line you want to run out and have some success, and you'll be fine and dandy. You know what? It's a quick. You get the penalty kill off. They're now hungry to kill the next one. Our penalty kill has been fantastic so far this year, guys. We're, I believe, still top 10 in the league for penalty killing after last night's, or the game 2 nights ago performance against the Coyotes. So to panic, I don't think we need to panic, and especially a 1-1 game where we've finally outshot a team through the first 7 minutes. That's huge for us. So just keep it going. And now, you know what? St. Louis Blues setting it up. Just need a couple big saves from Mike Smith. And here's the thing. Realistically, a goalie making saves can change the momentum just as much as scoring a goal. If you get the goalie making a save and you get the puck back the other way, especially a goalie like Mike Smith who can move the puck, it is a world's difference when he makes that save that's difficult and stuns the crowd and the players, and then suddenly you're back the other way and you're scoring a goal. It happened last night in the Calgary Flames game, is what I was hearing. So you want to see that out of Mike Smith tonight, if possible. So let's get this going. 12:52 to go. And let's see what we can get going here. And UV, we got depth scoring the other night. We got a goal from Gaetan Haas. So we've got a goal from Gaetan Haas one night ago. I don't know why we're yelling about depth scoring when, you know what, we're going to find and Danny. We're getting it. Here we go. Just going to watch this develop. There we go. Nice block. And that's one thing, again, guys, I say it every live stream here in the last 3 or 4 games that I've done. The Oilers are doing a really good job in blocking up the middle. Like, seriously, they do not have guys cutting through the middle as bad as they did in the last 2 years. You think about the game against Florida when Barkov cut through the middle. There was a reason I was upset. You can't do that. You can't allow that. That goal is going to go in every single time. And we haven't seen that goal against the Oilers more than maybe 3 times this year. And that's huge. We're good to go. And sure, we need to keep the lead. But at the same rate, when you do dumb things, you deserve a bad result. That's life, right? If you do something dumb, you deserve to be corrected by having something bad go wrong for you. And that's only fair. That's karma, right? That's what I'm getting at. That's the word I'm looking for, is karma. And right now is what it is. So hold on, let me get going back the other way. Yeah, sorry, TT. I don't usually block that, but I just hit too quick. So here we go. Mr. Chris Russell back the other way, up the boards. Jujhar cutting through the middle. I don't know. I'm more asking what the heck happened with Gaetan Haas and the other guys cutting through the middle, running into each other. That's a little miscommunication there. It is what it is. Let's get this going, guys. It doesn't cost us, and we're fine there, because we're hoping for the best. And more money. Welcome in. So right now, this is starting to get back and around the same way that Arizona Coyotes game did after it got 1-1. That's kind of what happened against them. And now the Oilers need to get things going quickly here, and we need to get a chance on net and kind of hem the Blues in their zone. And that's a bad play by Smith. That was a bad, dumb play. You gotta paddle that out. You can't be gloving that. That was risky. That was risky. He's trying to swipe it and just instead bobble it up into the slot. I don't like seeing that, but there we go. Chance there. Chason going down to a knee. Trying to draw a penalty, but he can't get going. And BE, welcome in. As do I think JP will be traded. I'm hoping we get some kind of addition for JP, but again, it all depends on when Larson comes back and if there's a bigger package to be made. Because moving Yesef 1-for-1, you're not going to get what any of us think we should get. I can tell you that much. We aren't. We just aren't. There's a lot of talk that right now the asking price for Jesse Puljujärvi 1-for-1 is a 2nd-round pick. So it just is what it is. And if a Puljujärvi trade doesn't come, it's probably actually best result for us. As the Blues are really missing the net tonight. You know what? That's a couple of chances the Blues have gotten in tight and straight up missed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a touch pass by Draisaitl. And there's a nice play. That's again right there, guys. That's what we like. Draisaitl touch pass to McDavid. Get him in stride. And there it is. That's what you got to do. Is just get him flying and get him touch passing it in and then driving it to the net. And we don't get that out of enough, guys. Guys, seriously. And again, we can blame Kara for turning it over, but he was trying to drive it to the net. And we have not seen Kara drive it to the net enough times this year. So, seriously, anything to get a shot. And at least effort to get a shot compared to this fancy passing it off and trying to pass through 3 guys, I'll take. Again, skating through 3 guys, not the smartest either, but it is what it is. As you know what, this has been a hard-working period for the Oilers. It's been a hard-working period. Dumb penalty costs you a goal. Is what it is. It'll happen. And again, guys, if you don't notice what's going on with St. Louis Blues, they are stick-checking the Oilers hard in the neutral zone so far from what I've seen. So, you got to keep that in mind that, again, the Blues are playing to the Oilers' secret demise, which is the sticks in the neutral zone, which, of course, Pittsburgh did, Chicago did, Florida did. There's been teams, right? Teams that have almost beat us or beat us, stick us in the middle of the zone, and that's a beautiful play by Mike Smith to get over. That's a huge play. That's an old man who can get the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, let me run you an ad quick. Oh my goodness, we're only at 22 viewers in the chat. Okay, never mind. At one point we're up to 30. I was going to say, I was going to say, we were doing fine there for a while because we had a lot of you guys in the chat, but we're good there. We're rolling. We're on commercial break. I'm going to kick back, relax for a second here. And Leafs are in a hard place for a stack team. That's, you know what? They put themselves into that hard spot. And now they're having to deal with it. So let's get this live tracker going. Now, if I seen Clem today, we'll have to send him a message maybe. And Puljujärvi isn't worth much. We would be lucky to get a second. Like I said, the asking price from what I've heard is a second, 1-for-1. So realistically, and I mean, is that a top tier second, right? Is that LA's second, or is that Boston's second? That's the question in terms of draft position. So here's the thing. Alex Chiasson's played a minute 43. Gaetan Haas played a minute 26. And Kara's played 2:08. So that's essentially your third line today. Patrick Russell's played 3:04. So everybody's played within that 4 to... Ooh, except for Clefbaum, who's played 5:53. McDavid's played 4:35. And where are we at in this first period? We're at the 8:02 mark. So McDavid, if he plays even another 3 minutes, say we don't get a power play, that's 7 minutes. So McDavid should be on pace for less than 20 minutes this game. That's good. And is the playing the best hockey ever? It's not going unnoticed by other GMs. Thing is, here's the thing: best hockey ever in an uncomparable league. Like if he was goal per game and 2 points per game in the Liga, we'd be talking. But literally, just being point per game in the Liga is fantastic for Jesse Puljujärvi, a top 4 pick 3 or 4 years removed. That's really not that special. It really isn't. Guys, there's guys doing much better in the Liga that have never played an NHL game. So we need to not kid ourselves here that he's lighting it up. And do I think we will keep Smith? I don't think we'll keep Smith. I think actually, realistically, if the Oilers get deep into the playoffs, Mike Smith will go out on top and retire an Edmonton Oiler. And is Persson playing tonight, Thomas? Unfortunately not. Hopefully you don't tune out because of that. But I think he's benched due to a bad play at the blue line last game. Smith gave you a heart attack. Smith will do that. That's the book on Mike Smith. He will give you a heart attack. And right there, club out. But it is what it is. We're good. And now the Blues set up a zone possession. It's back. Come on, boys. We got to get this rolling. We got to get this rolling and go set up an attack. That's one thing the Oilers kind of fall and fail at, is the fact that we don't set up an attack in the offensive zone 5-on-5 very much. And that could be a very good result as to why we don't score a lot of 5-on-5 goals. And how many years Smith been in the NHL? I think since 07-08, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know if Smith... See, the thing is, he's 38, right? I just don't... If Smith doesn't retire after the end of the season, I just don't see him back with the Oilers. That's all. And again, TT, what you're saying is sloppy plays. Is, unless I'm missing something here, is just simple stick checking by the St. Louis Blues. Yeah, exactly. It's okay. That's a little bit of a sloppy play, but again, look at who the D pairing is. It's Russell and Clefbaum, which I absolutely hate. It's a terrible D pairing. And how long can the Oilers keep JP? Until he's 27. That's already been answered, I think. 6:08 to go. And yeah, it's just a simple matter of this Oilers team getting stick checked to death, stick work, and not being able to outwork the St. Louis Blues. And we get into that every game. That's the problem. For at least 10 to 15 minutes, even in good games, we're getting outworked. And that's always going to cost you. We have yet, really aside from that New York Islanders game, we're yet to really come out and just lay the boots to someone. And we did that to the Islanders, but it is what it is. And Russ not on the first pair, TT. The first pair is Darnell Nurse and Ethan Bear. That is our first pair. Problem is, Clefbaum plays a lot, and it is what it is. At least as far as I'm concerned, Nurse and Bear are our top pair. Because you think at, where is it? Chris Russell's ice time. Yeah, Chris Russell is playing only a minute less than Clefbaum. So Clefbaum's our top defenseman, but he's he's not on the top pair per se. This Oilers team has been full of surprises so far this year. I mean, Manning, Gagne, right? That's a couple of them. Clef is our number one. Yes, Clef is our number one. Problem is, realistically, without Adam Larsson in the lineup, you don't have a shutdown right-handed defenseman capable of playing with Clefbaum to make him effective. And that's why Clefbaum struggled this year. Yes, sure, he has points and stuff, but Clefbaum struggled because he doesn't have that right-handed defenseman that's making the hard play, I guess I could say. Not that I love Adam Larsson by any means, but Adam Larsson and Oscar Clefbaum, in any eventuality of the Oilers' defense, is the top pair. And one without the other is barely as effective as any other combination you can make in this Oilers lineup. Like, you think about Larsson and Nurse, guys, that's a disaster waiting to happen. You putting Larsson with anyone else, it just doesn't seem to work. Problem is, Larsson isn't that great, but he makes Clefbaum better. It's a weird, I know what I'm trying to say and I can't describe it. I've tried to describe it in several videos and I can't describe exactly what my true feeling on it is, because it's a weird go. And David, yes, Mr. It's a weird one for sure with Yzerman in Finland looking at Puljujärvi. And I want to see Bouchard in at the end of the year. Yes. So my goal, guys, as I've said, from the middle of the summer all the way to now, I said the best plan for Evan Bouchard is AHL for 40 games. After 40 games, you make the tough call. Obviously, then that means, what do you do with Benning? What do you do with Larsson? What do you do with Manning? And how do you build this? All right, let's get this going. And okay, TT obviously missed my warning again. We don't need to be criticizing opinions. We need to, yes, disagree, but the LMAOs and the stuff laughing at each other's opinions, that's not what we're here for tonight. There will be bans, and simply said, if we can't handle civil discussion, we will simply just turn off the live chat. And just having happy flashbacks, Pronger. Well, yes, Pronger was an excellent defenseman, but you got to think about the other defensemen we had on that team. Jason Smith didn't wear the C for a reason. For no reason, I mean. Steve Stales, right? Look at that. Right-handed defenseman who was an absolute, well, in his prime when he was in with the Oilers in 05-06. It is what it is. And TT, I don't get why you want that egg on. I don't get it. You can argue with me, just keep it civil with everyone else. And especially TT, come on, you're a Lakeland guy. Come on, let's support the Lakeland guys and not hassle each other here, shall we? I mean, unless you truly are from Bonneville, then Cold Lake makes sense and stuff, but it is what it is, small town rivalries. Here we go, guys. We're in the zone possession. Gaetan Haas getting out there. Beautiful play to keep him. Spoke a little too soon. Spoke a little bit too soon. And here we go. Matt Benning with Brandon Manning. I just don't like it. All right, let's get this going. And let's get down ice, and there we go. All right. Blues have it, trying to build an attack here. Richard, good tough call to have. Our defenseman has been thin this last few years. Exactly. You know what? We have to take the time to develop them right so as we aren't thin for years to come. We've done that so many times over. We have to stop underdeveloping defensemen and forcing them in. And Benning is a +9 with 4 points. I'm not sure how much more you expect from him. Well, no. Here's the thing with Benning. Again, plus-minus, guys. I hate the plus-minus stat, especially, well, I do and I don't. Because I complain about it with Adam Larsson, and that's fair. But Matt Benning, the reason I don't like Matt Benning is just he's the most visible bonehead play guy. That's the thing. It's a total eye test, I know, and it's unfair to a degree. But with Matt Benning, it's a total... Every time you see Matt Benning doing something, it's because it's bad. And obviously, yes, a good sign of a defenseman is you don't notice him. I understand it. But the thing is, at some point, we're going to have better defensemen than Matt Benning. You think about Bouchard. Bear's pretty much earned his spot. So what do you do when Adam Larsson comes back, right? Obviously, Joel Persson, sure. But we've got better defensemen with much higher ceilings than Matt Benning. If anyone thinks Matt Benning's ever going to be more than a third-pairing defenseman on any NHL team, you're out to lunch. You're 100% out to lunch, in my opinion. Because Matt Benning does not have the capability to play top 4 minutes as we witnessed last year. And the thing is, the Oilers have about probably 4 guys in the system capable of taking away Matt Benning's spot in a heartbeat. And that's the thing. If Matt Benning doesn't have a spot higher in this lineup, unfortunately, he's going to lose his job anyway. And that's the thing, right? It's the same with Adam Larsson from last year. The Matt Benning situation is the same exact thing with Adam Larsson last year. If you go back and watch my live streams from last year, from the short time I did it from February to March before I got my ban, is you would see in the first period of every game, I would throw my hands up and I would say, there's your dumb play from Adam Larsson. Let's move on. Let's have a good game. Because every single game last year, throughout the majority of the season, Adam Larsson made the stupidest play you could make in a hockey game. Somehow he made a new stupid play every single game, but it was just ridiculous. You knew, guaranteed by the 10-minute mark of the first period, Adam Larsson would do that. Well, after Adam Larsson quit doing that, then all of a sudden Matt Benning started doing it, and Matt Benning's continued doing it this year. So that's right. It's just when something's so glaring, it becomes hard to see the good. And that's my point is, yes, I might be blinded by the bad, but guys, we've had 15 years of bad. It's hard not to be. And I'm called delusional for hoping good things happen, but then I'm called delusional for not seeing good things happening. I don't get it, right? There's a degree to be blinded, but we all choose to be blinded by different things. That's the key. And that's why I say opinions are different amongst everyone, and we're allowed to differentiate, and that's fine. And there you go, guys. Obviously, now does Bear get benched for that? Does Bear get benched for that? That bad play by Bear along the right side boards got Persson benched. Realistically, that's what everyone's pointing to. Unless Persson's actually really injured, everyone's pointing to that play by Persson along the boards as the reason he's not playing tonight. So does that get Bear benched? That's kind of, I'm asking the standard here. To what degree do we complain, and to what degree do we hold everyone accountable to the same level? That's another discussion maybe we'll have to have is, yes, okay, I love Bear. I'm excited by Bear. I'm just impressed that we have a defenseman out-earning expectations. But you have to hold everybody accountable to the right degree. And there's the thing. Sure, but if you make the same mistake, then we have, right? You have to hold everybody accountable for the same thing if you're going to make the same play, right? I guess that's just my argument. So here we go, guys. We're trying to get things going. This game's kind of Arizona down. Kind of, I don't know. I'm in not an argumentative mood, but more of a discussion mood than a hockey mood. But here's what it is. Well, I don't know. You know what? No commentator's perfect. I'm going to tell you, I've called a lot of hockey games in my life, and it's hard to call it. It's hard to call it. Neil can't score 5v5 lately. Well, nobody can score really 5v5 lately. That's the problem. And the whole team would be benched then. Well, that's what I'm saying is you just don't pick and choose who you do because it sets a bad precedent. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't want to set bad precedents in the locker room. And, oh, my goodness, that was a terrible play by Draisaitl there. There we go. So close. What are we getting here? All right, I'm still watching the St. Louis Blues play away here. Now McDavid getting going. And Draisaitl. That looks like it hit the post, guys. Braden, welcome in. Yeah, that hit the post. I don't know. Hold on. Are you guys watching the replay at least? Guys, we got a shot on net. Technically, it doesn't count, but here's the thing. We got a shot on net, and we get a face-off in the offensive zone. So watch this. Right there. Connor McDavid, nice play. And Draisaitl. Oh, yeah. That's, wow. Nope, that was not in. That was not in. And, guys, this is why I put on slow chat. This makes it a lot easier to manage. Yeah. Not in at all. And Allen sprawls out and side of the net and covers it up. Okay. Yeah, that was tight. That was tight. Draisaitl just flicked it up, trying to get it over the pad a little bit too much. He'll bite himself, but now he'll go get a goal tonight. You mark my words. Draisaitl's getting one tonight now. Here we go. Here we go. Barrett Wines fires and gets going. And UV, yeah, the Oilers have been carried by good goaltending, okay defense, and, of course, well, Draisaitl and McDavid. But it's more than just the Draisaitl McDavid show this year. And you think the Oilers will win? Guys, you know what? We've played a good enough game to win. That's the thing. We played a good enough game to win against Arizona. However, we broke down 3-on-3 in overtime and still got a point. At worst, it's okay. And Koskinen was weak last game. Thing is, realistically, Koskinen, we know he's weak, but there is some other blames on that goal, right? Joel Pearson's puck that got him benched, that's a weak play by him that realistically results on it going back the other way. I don't blame Koskinen on that goal, the one that Pearson turned over. The only thing about Koskinen, I guess, that Ace continues to point out, that a bunch of you guys continue to point out, is the simple fact that Koskinen goes down too early. And that goes back to the main point from last year. Koskinen's positioning in the NHL has so far been terrible. And that's a fair take. But it's a tough go, right? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go grab a little bit of my meal here because it's hot and ready, and I'll be right back. Here we go, guys. Alright, ladies and gents. Let's keep this going. Let's see. Skip the dishes. Let's go. Hot and ready. It's not a pizza. It's not a pizza, guys. Alright, hold on. Let me close my door. Hold on. No. What I've got... Rudy! Seriously. Seriously, guys. Stop killing me. Get over here. Alright. Here we go. What am I eating? Alright, guys. What am I eating? I am eating some fries. I've got a steak sandwich out in the kitchen from the local bar because it was wing night. I've also got wings. That's good. And Rudy wants your dinner. Absolutely he does. And I need some wireless earbuds. I need to upgrade the setup for sure. Who cares what I'm eating? Well, you're going to have to listen to me do it, so you might care. Let me see what Jeff Merrick has to say, though. Alright. Here we go. Oh, they're calling the McDavid goal soft. I'm sorry. McDavid gets into that position. Look out. Watch out. Get him over. Where's the Pink Whitney? Where's the Pink Whitney? I don't drink. Not very often. And Eddie, you once 855 suicide chicken wings. That is a rough go. I'm sure you were feeling that the next day. And this is a beautiful Oilers hoodie. Need to get myself a new one though. Oh, Oilers shirts. Oh, up on the wall. Yeah. Here we go. Rings day. That's right. Yeah, so thing is, Curtin, exactly. And think about that call on Yurko. It wasn't exactly realistically a great call by the refs, considering that it's an off the face-off play, right? But it's a 200-foot penalty, and that's why the Oilers got a goal against. And the shirts the guys wear in the post-game, yeah. I gotta go pick up some more Oilers merchandise next paycheck this month. For sure. Now, why does my Oilers jersey look so orange compared to Connor McDavid's? Every teams go through brutal calls. Oh, exactly. You know what? 2 brutal calls each way. They even it up, as Brian Burke said. I'm good with that. 25 points for Connor McDavid. That's fantastic. I thought most newfies liked the Montreal Canadiens. I must be mistaken. Raps are up by 10. Let's go Raptors. I like that. All right. Let me get this going. So let me open up. Hold on. I had a stat here I wanted to share with you guys. Where was it? Team Analytics 5-on-5. Goalies regular season so far. Okay. So good. Basketball is too easy. It's different. So here's the thing, guys. For the Edmonton Oilers this year, there's only been 2 really bad starts. That's an actual stat, RBS, on Hockey Reference. You can look it up. And Mike Smith has had both RBSs this year, really bad starts. So that's good. And Curtin, considering who the opponent is, yeah, the Oilers played a fantastic first period. Fantastic. In my mind, anyway. Now, fantastic is a loose term. I I use it very loosely, but you get where I'm going. Rudy, please get out of here. Here we go. Rudy, please get out of here. Please go. Alright. Let me get my stats up here, and we'll be good to go. Let me check that. That's what I want to check. And then we'll be good to go. I know the Warriors aren't as great as they used to be. Shirai, welcome in. Puffy, what's going on? They seem to die every time Russ touches the puck. It seems, well, that happened with a lot of players. Thing is, the Blues were stick checking hard, but that's what a good team does. Let's hope Connor shows them a hard goal. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. If Connor McDavid shows them what a hard goal looks like, they're going to be in for a world of hurt. And Jack, what's going on? JS, Mr. Cadets. You're in with the bread. Good to see you this evening. And Warriors are done. It was a good run. I don't know. I think the Warriors still might have a little bit of a surprise left in them this year, but it's definitely the end of the stretch, that's for sure. And nobody expected the Oilers to be this good year. See, it's still early. Everybody expected to know what the Oilers are by the end of this month. So by the end of this month, we'll kind of know. Actually, the 20-game mark is what a lot of people benchmark, but I'm saying into this month, going into December, we'll know. We'll know. Let me see what we got going on here. How many of you live? Sorry guys, I'm sorry to keep eating on streams, but she's a hard go on these earlier games when I don't get home and get a chance to eat pre-game. Oh yeah, it's way too early to count chickens, but a good start is imperative to getting things done later in the season. Let me see what we got going on. Oh, Mr. Popbot. There we go. And do I think the Oilers should sign Kreider? Way too early to talk about who we should sign in the offseason, guys, because we need to figure out how to free up cap space in this season. And that's thank you, Shirai. Appreciate that. And here we go. Red Wings. Oh, my goodness. Who was playing? Oh, my goodness. Jacob Trouba butchered defense. Guys, at least the Oilers defense hasn't done what Jacob Trouba did in the Red Wings Rangers game. That's rough. Manning is the first to go. Yeah, Manning, Gagner. There's a lot to go. I hate to say Gagner's got to go, but he is the inevitable crunch, right? And maybe that is why we're playing Manning right now. Ryan O'Reilly reminds me of someone I know. Alright, Shirai, best of luck on your test. And no, Benning is the first to go. No, see, the thing is, Benning doesn't have to be the first to go because realistically the defense has to go top down, right? So you get Larson back. If you don't end up trading him, it goes to Larson, Persson, Bear. Benning goes to your 7th defenseman. Manning's gone. You bring up Bouchard, Persson, or Russell, or somebody goes to your 7th defenseman, or you trade Russell. Then all of a sudden you have some delusional questions to ask yourself, situations that may never arise, and then you have to game plan towards the trade deadline. And there's currently 6 to 7 teams in the West to miss the playoffs mathematically, not including the Oilers, so that opens up a lot of room for the Oilers going forward. Well, thing is, the Oilers going forward, the math is, guys, the math for the Oilers is 15.66 points average per month to make the playoffs. So as long as we're winning 7 games and losing 2 in overtime a month, we're fine. Literally 7 blank losses and 2 overtime losses or shootout losses, we make the playoffs. That's the simple math. It's easy, not hard to deny. That's the simple. So can the Oilers win 7 games a month? Well, we won 9 last month. So now technically we only have to win 5 this month and we're at the bare minimum of 32 points. You see where I'm going? There's a lot of things to be done. So that's good. I think the Oilers will be just dandy. Here we go. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Oh, jeez. Ryan O'Reilly broke out his tooth. That's terrible. Alright, here we go. Thing is, again, okay, we want to discuss Benning again. Benning's contract is $1.9 million. Okay? So Matt Benning is a $1.9 million player. That's actually quite expensive on this Oilers blue line, which is already highly overpaid as it is. Matt Benning is a 1.5, 1.2 kind of caliber player. That's seriously as easy as it goes. Considering Matt Benning, over his career, has scored 57 points in, well, 221 games. Problem is, his stats have pretty much stayed stagnant over his entire career. 21 points is a high, 15 is low, 4 through 16. That's fine. Problem is, he's playing his lowest minutes on the ice this year. He's replaceable. Because you are not telling me that when we call up Evan Bouchard already is not better than Matt Benning. That's what I'm saying. Matt Benning is a victim of actually having a defense core on this Oilers team being built. And who scored? McDavid and Pietrangelo. That's correct. And see, that's the thing. As long as we keep banking points now, we're fine and dandy once it comes grind time. And that's the thing, right, guys? The thing is, we need to find a way to save cap. And it's very easy. The defense is a very easy way to do it. Larson at $4 million is an overpayment by about $800,000, $900,000. Russell is an overpayment of $1.5 million. Benning, you can argue, sure, he might be whatever, $500,000 either which way possibly. Well, right there. Well, two almost $3 million. It's tough. It's tough. Are they up in the cap? We'll find out. We don't know until it happens. And they changed the St. Louis goal. Maybe I should go review the period and stop eating. Shall I? Because the St. Louis goal is now credited to Jaden Schwartz. There you guys go. Yep. And that's the thing, Brayden, right? See, we overvalue Benning. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Stream resumed. And it's just the Wi-Fi it should be, guys. There we go. We're back. We're underway, and we're good to go. As there we go. The Oilers first thing first, getting a chance off of the stick of Gaetan Oss. There we go. We're good. If you guys can hear me and see me, we're good to go. That's the momentary blip in the internet. I know how to handle it now. We're better. We're better off for it. I've learned that I have to wait for OBS to reconnect, then disconnect, and then reconnect. There's 2 or 3 things that have to happen there. Nicholas, welcome in. Welcome back. Here we go. As Matt Benning, okay, is this going to be a glaring error? Yes, it is. Matt Benning forcing a play up the boards, guys. There you go. That's maybe fine-tuning it a little bit too much, but that's a glaring error in Matt Benning's game. We're talking about him. I might as well point out what he's doing wrong, and we'll talk about when he does things right. And would we say I got a steal in Rafael Lavoie? Guys, I said that the day we drafted him. That's literally the title of my video. Cleft bomb, smart play, good job. I like it. Let's watch this. Oh, I'm way behind. Hold on. Hold on. As I think I missed something, but it's okay. Oh, there's a chance. Oh, wow. Nice play by Dry. Or Garnier. Nice. Bending errors does not... Yes, it does. More often than not. More often than not. And what do I think of Oilers passing on Cole Caulfield? I'm going to tell you. It's going to be a good idea because Broberg's what we need more than another sniper that's not going to work out. Alright. You're saying McDavid shoot. Watch that 2-on-1 with McDavid, yeah. And see, Nick, his +9 is proof. Well, problem is he's also got 4 points, so technically speaking, he's been on the ice for points. You don't, plus minus is a two-way stat, not just a defensive stat, right? That's the key. Here we go. Jake Allen down the ice. 4 points in 16 games. Nick, I'll give you the stats. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Patrick Russell's rushing up the wing here. Nice play there. Way to keep it in down low. So, Nick, it's on pace for 20, which isn't even a career high for Matt Benning, who has always played pretty much third line penalties. Exactly, Nicholas. That's what I've always said. I think Benning always plays when the McDavid line's out there, but I don't have the stats to actually back that up, so I don't try to argue that one as much. Here we go. McDavid chance. Nice play. That's, you know what, I'd like him to shoot that, but he's got to make sure that pass is still an option, so when he does shoot it, it's not saved, I guess you could say. 12-7 the shots for the Oilers now. That's a key here. Try has goals. Nick, if we're having a... You see what I'm going against. It's not worth arguing anymore. Most goals, 42 for Leon Draisaitl. He's going to finish the year with the most goals. Leon Draisaitl was drafted high, don't forget. He should be a very good player. Problem is, we didn't know he'd be this great of a player. As remember how many people in his rookie season said he was going to be a bust. Let's not kid ourselves with Leon Draisaitl there. Plus him and Taylor Hall in Edmonton was just not a good combo either. Miracle? Ooh, nice. Brutal play. Of course, that's Brandon Manning. Here we go. 16-10 to go. I think if Draisaitl is ever to leave Edmonton, he'll leave in free agency to be the captain of his own team kind of deal. It's kind of my idea of it anyway. 15:58 to go in this second period. Thanks for sticking with me while I eat. I appreciate that because I'm always starving, and it's great that you guys aren't complaining too much that I'm eating on stream because I'm always a starving guy. You look at me, I got room to eat a lot. As Canucks got a steal with Pettersson. Yeah, you know what? The steal of that draft is definitely Pettersson. And Petro is hurt. Well, that could be a huge boost to this Oilers defense. I mean, offense. And Pettersson. Ooh. That's not good. You hate to see the ref come over. Always have the munchies too. That's what I'm saying. It's not munchies. I'm just always starving, literally. It's not even munchies. Ooh. Sketchy. I can see Dry leaving unless the Oilers don't have the cap space to resign him. He loves Edmonton. We love him. Absolutely. But like I said, at some point, like, he'll be, what, 28, 29 when his contract expires, if I got that right. And if he decides at that point he wants to go captain a team to Stanley Cup himself and ride out of the shadow of McDavid, that's his decision. I just got to eat. That's the thing. Right? Got to eat at some point. It made me hungry. 29. What are we seeing 29 for? Here we go. Try settle. Come on. Sketchy. Sketchy at best when you're playing in the slot defensively with a forward and 2 defensemen. 20 years old. Okay, 29. So that's definitely something you got to be careful of. And I don't think they'll ever. I don't know if you trade McDavid. I don't know what happens with McDavid. Realistically, guys, like I said, I can see McDavid walking away at the end of it. But we'll find out. Oof. Bad giveaway by Mike Smith. If that's what led to the penalty kill, I'm going to be quite angry. Because that's another simple mistake in the game that costs us a shorthanded chance. Yep. It's going to be that. I'd like to see the replay. Ouch. It's Dry in the box. Yeah, I heard Dry already going to the box. Problem is now we got to get it played, and there we go. There's the touch, the puck. Thank you. That's rough. And I think that's all on that zone possession where Mike Smith turned the puck over, dumped it into the corner. Safe play, yes, but still, again, guys, we're getting dependent on the boards to make a play all of a sudden. That's dangerous for us. That's absolutely dangerous for this Oilers team to be sitting here waiting on the boards to make the play happen. You can't rely on it. You absolutely cannot rely on the boards to be your best friend because at the end of the day, they keep the puck in. And, guys, I don't even want to get going there. Don't even want to get going there. Mark Savard going. Steve Dangle. Oh, there we go. Steve Dangle down. Nope. The original. The original. Steve Dangle. All right. 5-on-4 power play and 2 minutes to go. This Midway movie looks really good, I must say. I must say it looks really good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go close that door because it gets really cold in here if I leave that door open. So give me a second here. And Headhunters, to your opinion, I think I could say that Mark Savard is one of the biggest what-ifs of the 2000s of hockey so far. What if the head trauma didn't come into play all the time? Nugent needs a shorty to get him going. Absolutely he does. And so Neil gets that shot and Petrangelo hurting. That's good. My top 3 Oilers, obviously Smith, McDavid, and, well, my boy Neil Yakupov. That's my three Oilers that I've invested everything into back throughout the years. I mean, yeah, sure. Not saying that by any means Yakupov or Smith are the top Oilers in the organization all the time, but you understand where I'm going. Those are my top 3 guys all the time. Nuge and Neil make a good duo, guys. I said, second we traded for Neil, we need him to be on, Nuge's line. And which team looks like it'll win? Right now, she's a tight contest. The Oilers have 13 shots. Blues have 7 shots. Both teams have run each other around. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Petro goal. Of course. Cron scored. What? So this one's still... Am I still lagging behind here? Oh yeah, I absolutely am. Jeez. It's going to be back. Ooh, nice play by Pietrangelo. Now I want to see how this broke down because this looked rough. 2 penalty kill goals. Draisaitl out there. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. 12:50 to go. Let me see what we got going on here. 34, 40 seconds. Yeah, I know. It's rough. Yeah, that's tough. Let me see what we got going on here. Nothing, 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 nothing. Weird. Okay. And we can come back. Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, that's a goal for the St. Louis Blues for Pietrangelo. His, well, technically second of the night, but the other goal credited to Schwartz. So only his first. It's tough on the PP. Yeah, that's it's 2 penalty kill goals against. That's a tough go, but it is going to be fine, I think. I hope. Don't know. We'll find out. 6 goal for Petro. O'Reilly and Shen with the assist. If that ain't something that is the St. Louis Blues to a T, I don't know what is. O'Reilly and Shen with 2 assists, well, an assist each on a Pietrangelo goal. That's pretty St. Louis Blues of them, I must say. And you know what? Another 3, again, a point is a point, guys. If we go the whole month with a point, we technically come up still in a playoff spot. 8 shots, 2 goals. Smith, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Smith here. He's been left open on some wide open shots and some bad. The Schwartz goal is kind of, well, obviously if Schwartz gets credit for that, it's a deflection. So technically, can you really blame Smith? But at the same rate, that second one's a tough one. I don't know if you blame the compete level, what you blame the defense, or how you do it, but you have to find a solution somewhere. Playing from behind is a bad habit, but it seems to spark our play for some reason. It does. It does. 7 o'clock Mountain on Friday. Oh my goodness. And well, here's the thing, Curtin. It's everybody takes stupid penalties. I don't know if you're upset with the Draisaitl penalty. You should be upset with that Yurko penalty beyond belief. But, right, what do you do? What do you do? It's going to happen. Come on, boys. Let's get this clutched up. Go get a goal. Right now it's the... Okay, Yurko is out there. Rudy, seriously. Seriously, I got nothing for you, buddy. 12:08 to go. Back to the point. Falk. Falk is number 72. I was trying to figure that out for a second. Let's get out of here, Rudy. And there's the shot. And who has the biggest contract in NHL history? If you're talking dollar value, I do believe per season average, it's Connor McDavid. 12.5 or whatever it is. So here we go. This is a nice carry. That is Yurko's. So that's the thing. We just don't have guys that can bust through 2 people like McDavid. And that's what the St. Louis Blues defense preys on, or anybody's defense for that matter. So here we go. At some point, we got to get a shot on net on this zone possession because we've kept it in long enough, and that's going to be shot and misses the net over top deflection. Yurko, Chies on out there. Now it's going to be McDavid hopping on the ice. And let's see what goes on here. Bang, back, and Benning gets that in. See, guys, I don't want us piling on that Benning because that only goes and yeah. See, okay, see that's the thing. Yeah, we can pile on him for that, but again, Bears had everybody's going to do that. But the thing is, it's tough. Our offense has been dry for 2 weeks. Well, again, I said it right off the bat. Look at exactly what just happened to McDavid there seconds ago. Is the key to shutting down the Oilers. It's not to shut down the top lines. The key to shutting down the Oilers in 1920 has been stick checking. Stick checking, stick checking, stick checking. If you stick check the Oilers in the neutral zone, they are not going to get anything started. And we've seen that all year. If the Oilers can't get anything started through the neutral zone, we are done. And that's the weird part. So it's been tough. And again, there we go. A terrible play by Draisaitl on that backhand. He's now had 2 of those. And guys, That's what I hate about this part of the season, is you start looking for only the mistakes. It doesn't matter if you're winning or losing. All we can see is the mistakes. And that's the hard part. I don't want to sit here and rag on everyone's mistakes, but it's tough. The mistakes start getting glaring at this point of the season because we've seen it happen once, twice, 3 times already. Now the only problem is it takes 7 or 8 good things to change our opinion. And TT definitely. That's why I say, guys, that's why I say Benning's replaceable. Is you've got Jones, Samorukov, you've got Broberg, you've got Bouchard, you've got so many guys, right? Legason, to an extent, I think is very capable of being a Benning at the NHL level. Plenty of guys. We're still learning how to win and close out games, guys. It's okay. And the thing is, we've been doing that for 16 games and it's worked, but we need to get the job done at some point. That's all I got to say there. Seems all our zone entries, well, that's the thing, is we're getting stick checked, right? Is the guy who finally makes it crossed then gets held in. It's tough. Absolutely tough. Time to draw a couple more penalties. I don't know. It's time to score 5-on-5, I think. I think you got to say that. It's time to score 5-on-5. Let me see. There we go. We've perked up. I like it. Oh, voodoo. Sweet chili sauce. Ooh, I wonder why I didn't get those. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, guys. We've got, here's the thing. I've already said it, right? The Oilers have developed habits. They've developed things in their game that have built easy reads. Obviously, you guys have pointed it out on the power play is set up to get Draisaitl the one-timer. And that's the only thing we take. And if we try to force a shot, we turn it over, back the other way, cleared. That's the key on the Oilers power play right now, right? If you want to hone in and stop them, stop the Draisaitl one-timer, clear it on the bad shot, and you get it done. That's there. The penalty kill is usually if you strike fast and get shots to the net faster, you're going to score on it. That's at least what I've noticed. It's not like teams grind us down for 2 minutes and score at the 1:59 mark. You see tonight, right? 2 quick goals within the first 35 seconds. So that is what it is. And then, of course, the defense, the soft passes up the boards are starting to get more there. You know what I mean? They're starting to show up again. The goaltending, well, the habits are they get beat very quick. It is what it is. Yeah, it's tough. Highest average ice time forwards this season. Yeah, you see Draisaitl, McDavid leading the way. That's tough. You can't have that. And guys, I'm waiting. Is this Russell play up the boards? I'd be imagining it is, isn't it? Here we go. Well, I don't know. Clefbaum needs to not turn that over. Okay, nice play by Russell. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Russell actually made a nice play. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Half tonight has been spent with the chat being sarcastic about the nice plays. And there we go. That's a nice shot by Kazian to just try and get it towards the net. I don't care if you're shooting into traffic. Just don't be clapping it into traffic. Because you're going to smoke somebody in the head and it's just a bad time. Look at what happened to Brian Little. Get the puck on net as efficiently as you can. There we go. Nuge battling away. And guys, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of this line here. Who's that? Was that Benning keeping it in? Good on him. Is that Manning not keeping it in? Classic. And of course, I heard the Kazian hit. I didn't see the Kazian hit. We'll see the replay in a minute. It seems every single game is every single game we're getting a chance with them going. Here's the thing, Jeremy. If we split up Draisaitl and McDavid, you then have to figure out about having Draisaitl and Nuge on the second line, because you have to ask depth down the middle. Do we really have those wingers that Nuge is going to excel with? I guess if you play Kara and Gagne on that third line, you're good. But then you have Neal and Hu as Draisaitl's wingers. Possibly Yurko, possibly Nygaard, right? The question is, I need to see Nygaard back in the lineup before I make any decisions. Before I make any decisions, we're good. And that's the question. That's the question, is we need to figure out this team's depth, and the better wingers question solves itself a little bit when Nygaard comes back. And guys, moving Dry to the second doesn't add depth. You don't add anything by moving Dry to the second. Dry's already on the team. You're just shuffling. You're shuffling. You're not doing anything. You're just shuffling. There's no add by moving Draisaitl to the second line. No. It's just a shuffle to give a different look. It's a different look. That's all it is. So we're saying PK. Ooh. That's kneeing, isn't it? That's knee on knee right there. Hello, Miss Bits. Hello. You're such a pretty girl now. Your toes are back. Sounds good. Oh yeah, that's a knee on knee by Chase-On. That's just brutal. That's I mean, sure, but it's kind of greasy. Well, thing is, guys, again, we can't be trading until we know what this team actually knows how to do. And it would work. Yeah, it could work. I'm not saying it couldn't work. I'm saying I want to see Nygaard back in the lineup before we start making drastic changes to this team. And if we can have Nygaard, Neal, and Nugent-Hopkins on that second line, guys, I want to see. Because technically speaking, the reason you move Dry down there is to free things up. But Nygaard frees things up in a whole different way, right? Nice save by Smith. He can't get back on his feet. He somehow makes that save. And he holds on our players. Guys, we know this. We were getting the calls early in the season. We don't get calls. If you want to gripe, the Oilers fans, every gripe every season is we don't get enough calls. So it is what it is. And Donnie, welcome into the chat, my friend. So we're rocking and rolling here. Big block by Bear. Well, that's good to see, but hold on. I'd like to see it first. I don't really see. Bear looks hurt. Hold on. Oh, we're going to see it right here. Ooh. Guys, you heard where that one hit. That hit right in the boot. And save with the face. That was a big save by Smith, but we can't get it out. Well, and Jeremy, that's the thing, right? Is if you split up McDavid and Draisaitl, technically you should be able to reduce their ice time, right? But problem is, does that actually reduce their ice time? Probably not. Is Bear injured? I don't know. Bear's been a warrior all season, so I doubt he's actually injured, but ooh, yeah. Yeah, right there. I told you I'd hit him in the boot. Watch this. This one could be hurt. I don't know. Bear looks fine, just stung. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to say. He's been a warrior. I doubt he's actually hurt, but guys, you catch it in the boot. I'm sorry, if you're on the ODR and you take a puck off the boards after shooting it and you take it in the boot, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You imagine a slap shot in the NHL? Woof! I don't care how hard or soft it is, it's going to hurt. 6:56 to go in what felt like a very long second period, with the St. Louis Blues now leading 2-1, a minute left on the power play. And looks like they've got their second unit out there. They do. They do have their second unit. So there's another thing. We do know what the Blues' second unit looks like. They have their second unit out right at the 1 minute mark. So keep that in mind the next time we talk about the Oilers' power play. Look at this, eh? Man, nice save. Nice save by Smith. Gloving it up. Getting the job done. So let's go. 2-0, 0.98 goals against average in the last two games. That's good for Mike Smith. And he's faced 14 shots so far tonight. So he's been solid since the 8-shot, 2-goal performance that we saw a little bit earlier this game. It's up the ice. Dunn can't keep that in. That's good for us. Now we're going to see this power play. Oh, no. Dunn's just going to absolutely carry it up himself. The Oilers were not expecting that, I can tell you that much. Now we got to see this last 27 seconds come together here. I don't like when the St. Louis Blues have it at the blue line. They can get shots through for some reason. Back and across. And let's go back the other way. Ooh, look at this. This is Leon Draisaitl out there killing penalties with Colby Cave. That's going to be shot and deflected up and out. So there you go, guys. We get the 5 seconds, as Nicholas is saying. We're rock and rolling into what should be a good finish to this period now. If we can get the McDavid line out there, I'd get McDavid and Draisaitl out over the boards, or I'd go McDavid Nuge, actually. I'd go McDavid Nuge if you could, but it looks like they're going to take Draisaitl Cave off. And there you go. That's Mr. Orange for you guys asking. Is Nygaard come back? Not yet, Tobias. Not yet. Not quite yet. Hopefully soon. McDavid and Neal. Okay, that's a pairing I'll take. I'll take that pairing. Nygaard may be back Friday against New Jersey. I don't want to start rumors, but that's my feeling according to what I read on Twitter. Mr. Orange, you're just loving the rubbing. So here we go. Trying to chase on Neal and ooh, okay, now we get icing. This is interesting. You get icing here with McDavid and Neal out there. Well, it could be interesting. Mr. Orange. Pictou County in Nova Scotia. Oh, you're a good Mr. Orange. All right, Neal, McDavid, Kassian. Okay, interesting look. I like it. It's a good idea. Could be worse, could be better, I guess you could say. They're going to let Kassian take the face-off. I don't know why you wouldn't let Neal take the face-off, but we'll take it. They're taking a long while to drop this puck, and that's scrambled up. So Neal bit in instead of staying wide. Tough go. Again, noticing the bad instead of the good today is, again, Mike Smith playing it into traffic instead of shooting it the other way is what it is. And now up the boards, Darnell Nurse. Connor McDavid gets in there. I like that. Connor McDavid aggressive, still going into the boards even despite that leg injury. That's good. I know it was driving to the net, but anytime you kind of have your legs leading you in as you try to slow down like he does, it's good. And Nygaard, McDavid, Neal. Well, what I'd like to see is Nygaard, Nugent Hopkins, Neal. That would be huge for us if we could get it. Mr. Orange, are you just enjoying the pets? So here we go. 5:15 to go. Oh yeah, buddy. You're a good boy. 2-1, Devils, Oilers, Friday night, 7 p.m. Mountain at, well, you guessed it, Rogers Place. Another home game for our Edmonton Oilers in a week. We really got to get it going. There's a nice, well, miss. And see, this is what I don't get about the Oilers, unless that wasn't an icing, was it? I don't know. Mistaken. Thinking about that speed, yeah, no doubt. Goal 3-1, eh? Nice chance for McDavid, but here's the problem. Tired line out there, back the other way. Look at McDavid, he looks slow already on the back check. Back and... is that glove side on Smith? With a dropped glove? Hold on. Robert Thomas just got promoted to the first line, so that's good for him, actually speaking. That's a good shot by Bear, I guess you could say, where the way it comes around. Brutal, yeah. So let's see this. And yeah, guys, Matt Benning's +9. We want to talk about that. He was just on a goal against there, and yeah, I don't know what's going on as Matt Benning got bodied into the net. I don't know. See, that's the thing. You start watching one guy in particular, and you start seeing only bad things. But I think that was just an all-around terrible goal. And Tim, welcome in. And there you guys go. You wanted McDavid and Draisaitl split up. McDavid is now on his own line, and you've got, it looks like Neal, Draisaitl, and Nuge. That's good. Like I said, that's an all right line. Actually, it's going to be Gagne, Nuge, and Draisaitl. Sure, we'll take it. 4:30 to go. Third goal for Robert Thomas. Good for him. Here we go, trying to get going. Schwartz and Folk get the assist. So Schwartz has another point tonight. He's having a night. 4:19 to go. We got to get going. As the shot on by Draisaitl. Battle in front. Oh, that's a hook. That's a hook. Well, you don't get that going. Talk about staying in games. Test of that theory. Yeah, no doubt. Going to go get this 2-goal lead cut to 1 before the intermission and then go get one quick in the third period. But guys, I think I'm going to head over to after the second period wraps up. I know it's just not been a great game either. And, of course, like I said, all I'm doing is watching the negative. So I got to try and find some positive. And at the same rate, I got to go eat that steak sandwich at some point. And yeah, guys, we're starting to turn, so I'd like to leave that where it lays. It's not been a great game, and you know what? Sometimes we don't have to stomach all the way through it. Let's try to settle it, Gagne. Trying to be too cute. Trying to be too cute. 3:20 to go, guys. Seriously, a goal here could change it in the next minute. Absolutely. If we could get a goal, it would be good. As you better go your bad luck. Yeah, no doubt on bad luck tonight. Back-to-back losses here. Or no, maybe it's the go team. Maybe me mimicking Gaetan Haas is not a good look. Maybe the others aren't proud about that. 3:02 to go. Draisaitl just can't get it going. Like, head up all the way looking for the pass. Why are you not looking at the shot? Goalie is way beyond. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. I've never seen a player as McDavid. He's the best ever. Yeah, you know what? McDavid's pretty good. But comparative, I think Gretzky was quite better in his own right in his day. We're all going to go to... Maybe that's it. I'm telling you, High Times. Maybe that's it. The GOAT is not for success. Decides to pass. Like I said, I don't know. Curtin, I hope you stay for the rest of the period at least. Head out when I head out. 3 goals on 16 shots. It was looking good when it was 2 goals on 14 shots. Now all of a sudden it's not. But remember, Mike Smith leads this team in RBS. Really bad starts. Below an 0.85. Lots of game left. I know there's lots of game left. And that's why I'm going to tune out. I'm going to quit being negative. Come back with positive things to say. And Oilers fallen into some old habits. I think the Oilers have fallen into some old habits the past 3 games. I guess I could say. You'd definitely say the past 3 games the Oilers have much more kind of double T's point looked more like they used to. There's 1:59 to go in this third period or second period. Now we can't get it out of the zone. Back the other way. At some point we got to go. And Schwartz and nothing going there. Your recap will be positive when we come back. That's what we hope, right? That's why I like tuning out for the third period sometimes, especially in a tighter game when we're losing. It's just I don't want to sit here and rag and get myself all down and out and then not be able to be pumped up in case we win. It's tough, right? So I prefer to come back fresh and not waste myself for all that time. So 1:22 to go in this second period. Should have left Kazian on the top line. Well, you know what? I don't know. I think Kazian, it was time for a change because it was getting stale. That's the thing. It's getting stale. And here we go. There you guys go. That's what we're talking about. Greasing the old power play late in the game. So here we go. This is going to be Kara getting in there. Yeah, that's going to be a hold. Yeah, I'm killing. That's right. See, I hate getting here to the point that I start killing mojos and I kill myself. And Flipper, I see we need a third period comeback. Well, maybe we can get it here in this second period yet. Oh, hold on. Penalty kill. Penalty kill. Oh, it's... Okay, sorry. Oh, it's the slash on Kara's stick. I thought Kara's stick slash was the problem. I'm here now. Believe in a comeback. Well, guys, I hope so. I'm going to cut out after this period ends, and then we'll talk about it later. It is what it is, right? And I thought, yeah, I'm sorry. I heard the call on Kara wrong. That's all. Now they're losing games. Well, due for a reset, right? Like, if you thought the Oilers were going to stay that 7-1-1 pace, I would have called myself crazy too. Now, will Dave Tippett divide the power play time? That's the question. Will Dave Tippett divide the power play time and allow us a chance to get something different going? That's what we're about to see here, and hopefully, indeed, we do see it, because that would be huge for us. Now, bang right there. Let's get this going, and I gotta check something. Hold on. Message. Facebook. 10 views. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Oilers. All right. That's what I like to see. Gold Lake Jr. beat Ice. So they're yet to post it on Facebook. That's good. That's great. That's what we want to see. And Nygaard back next game, I'm hoping. And power play is only as good as your offensive ability. Daniel, that's the thing. It's not necessarily. Because the power play, you're up a man, right? So in theory, if you drive it to the net, you've got more of your bodies at the net than they have their bodies. That's the key for us, I think. And hello, Mr. Rudy. Craig Berube back behind the bench for those St. Louis Blues. Guys, that's a guy. You want to watch some YouTube videos, watch on Craig Berube. Like I said, everybody knows the gig on the power play. Everybody knows the gig. Get it to Draisaitl for the one-timer. Brutal. They do the same play, every team catches on and shuts them out. That's Flipperdoo, you got what I meant. Ooh, man, we absolutely just steamrolled Steen there. Oh, goodness. And why not put Nygaard in box play? He was the best in power and box play in SHL. Well, I'm telling you, Nygaard, when he gets back, we'll have to find a role for him. I'd actually like to see Nygaard on the top power play unit with a, say, Bear on the defense instead of Clefbaum. And that allows you to have Nuge and Clefbaum on the second pairing, and suddenly you've got a legit second pairing, I think. Oh, wow. Oh, fell on his stick and twisted. Rudy, please don't. Please don't. Ooh. Ooh. So maybe we got this going. Game is over. I think the period's over. Period's over is what you mean. So now the Blues might be shorthanded 2 forwards. This could be good. So there we go. 1:28 to go in this power play. That's good for us. It's going to be slow, and we're not coming back. We're not to run a productive power play at $1.45 per shift. That's Jeremy. Did you watch my video yesterday? If you missed it, I'll link it before I head out. Actually, let me get that ready. Because McDavid looks for dry. Of course, see, that's the thing, right? Every single time. The play is predictable. And that's why we're getting shut down. Every time. Alright, anyway. I'm going to give you guys some stats on that power play. If you guys want to go watch this video, guys, right now, this is the link to why the Edmonton Oilers power play is broken. And then we'll talk a little bit later as to this Oilers game review. So right now, guys, please watch my video on broken Oilers power play. Okay, there you guys go. That's my video on the Oilers broken power play, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully we're talking to come back in the game review. I'm going to go eat my steak sandwich in the intermission. Life will be good. This is Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it, guys. You've been fantastic. Slow chat worked excellent. This is a good experiment. Thank you very much for enabling that. And guys, I'll catch you as always in the next one.